The soldier lifted a 60-kilogram piece of wood, but prolonged hunger had already sapped his strength. He could only barely lift it with all his might. The Japanese officer standing nearby told his men that if the soldier dared to let go of the log, he would be shot on the spot. The soldier's legs began to wobble, yet he did not dare to put the log down. But it wasn't fear of death that held him back. It was his determination to preserve his trampled dignity. As time ticked by, the soldier clung on with sheer willpower. His comrades were all in awe of his persistence. The Japanese officer's expression gradually shifted from arrogance to astonishment. At that moment, all the prisoners of war stopped what they were doing and began to cheer him on. The man understood deep down that he now represented not just himself, but the spirit of an entire nation, an entire race. He looked at the Japanese officer with a resolute gaze, telling himself that he had to survive, that living would make the enemy tremble. He exerted all his remaining strength to lift the log high, unleashing a tremendous burst of power. The soldier's powerful vitality made the Japanese officer feel terrified. The officer flew into a rage and knocked the soldier to the ground, but he couldn't bring himself to look into the soldier's eyes. The soldier was already prepared to die. No matter how much the Japanese officer beat him, he kept staring at the officer. The officer eventually exhausted himself from the beating, fell to his knees, and began to cry. He couldn't even defeat a prisoner of war, let alone a whole nation. Soon after Japan announced its surrender, the soldiers cheered and rejoiced. They could finally leave the hellish prisoner of war camp. At this moment, no words could describe their feelings. Everyone's face was filled with relief and joy. The soldier soon returned to the United States, kissed the ground deeply, and was reunited with his long-missed family.